Hello, my name is Debbie Alsep. Welcome to another installment of Bright Day Thoughts. Today we are standing in TC Herbs Clinic and Store with Dr. Shen. So we are going to discuss traditional Chinese raw herbs. And we have a lot of things here that we're going to go through. But first of all, Dr. Shen, what is a raw herb?
Yeah, raw herb, because in China 4,000 years ago, the people that pick up the herbs in the mountain, and they find that this can cure the body, the illness. So
it can cure a body and illness.
yeah, because
Cool.
The Chinese medicine, we think of the yin-yang balance. Give you some herbal can detox, some herbal can tonify the body energy, give your body balance. We call it yin and the yang.
So some of you need your body balanced by getting rid of the toxins, and other people need to tonify, boost the chi.
Yeah.
And herbs can do this.
Yeah, herb can do this.
Well, cool. So what is an herb? What's an example of an herb?
Yeah, we have so different part. Some like a herbal, this herbal also used in many countries is a dandelion. This dandelion.
Dandelion.
Yeah, dandelion. In the many countries use this one. This one we think is a detox. Natural, we can think of natural antibiotic. It's very good. So like a liver, kidney, and also urine breath, and any kind of skin problem,
Wow.
we can use this herbal.
And they used to make wine out of that.
Yeah.
Now it's a medicine.
Yeah, even the hamburger, they use that as a vegetable.
So are you telling me that the shell, is an herb?
Oh yeah, this herbal, the Chinese herbal, not only the plant that we use from the ocean too. This is like a shell, the ocean from naturals, okay? The shell, this shell can calm down, relax. If some people anxiety,
Insomnia.
Insomnia, and some pressure not a balance, we can use the herbal for
So
shell.
a lot of people would never have realized that a shell is an herb.
Yeah.
And animal parts too?
Oh, animal part of we use something like animal that horn, yeah.
And also like the skin of a cicada, that shell,
cicada shell,
that falls apart,
cicada.
or a placenta. Or we won't even go there with telling them that bat dung is also an herb.
We some part use the root.
Yeah, the root is the most important, popular. But one thing that's very important if you are a vegan, you will want to tell your TCM practitioner, please no body parts, no animals, if that isn't what you want in your formula, because there could be another way to get you the same thing. So this brings up a question. When a person goes into a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner, an acupuncturist for instance, and they say, oh, you need a raw herbal formula, how do they know which one? Like what do they do to read your signs and symptoms, or what do they do to find out that you need certain herbs in your formula?
In Chinese medicine, we do the first ask any kind of chief complaints, then check the pulse. Okay?
Yes, in Chinese medicine, It isn't just your radial pulse like your heart is beating. They actually can read the layers, the organs.
Yeah, we can diagnose your deficiency or something like this. So we check the tongue also.
You stick out your tongue and you say,
check the coating, and it's white, yellow, red. So we diagnose which one is yin and yang, not which one is not a balance.
And so then they know which herbs you want.
Yeah, then we make a formula.
And then if you were seeing someone like Dr. Shen, he would just write your formula and get it for you right away because he's got all these raw herbs here. If you visit another acupuncturist who doesn't have raw herbs on their premises, they would write you a formula, fax it to the nearest place like this, and then someone like at a place like this would fill it for you, and then you'd go there and pick it up. It's pretty easy, pretty simple.
Yeah.
And then you go home and cook it. So I take it that's what we do with this?
Yeah, put the herbal inside, soak, then cook the boil, then strain out, then use the drink.
Very cool, because this looks like no mess, unlike if you've got your saucers and what have you.
Tastes not good, but very good for the
Yeah,
body.
drink your swamp tea, Well, I tell you what, I would rather do this than to go to a Western doctor and have him say, I really don't know what's wrong with you. Let's give you a cortisone shot. Let's give you antibiotics. Let's see what happens. If that doesn't work, let's try something else. I would much rather go to someone who can feel my pulses, look at my tongue, ask me a few questions, and give me an herbal formula that's going to balance my qi, my yang, my yin, help me detox, whatever that's just for me. And then I would imagine you would come in like a week later, you would do the pulses and everything again, and maybe you would rewrite the formula.
Oh, yes. We check every week, usually week, so any progress, any change body. So we give you a formula again, so give you some herbal. So we step by step give you body to be balanced.
It's nice. It's kind of like someone's there to hold your hand and gently help you through the healing process. Would you like to explain this to us?
Oh, yeah. This measure the herbs like a lute. Usually we use the different herbs to put here to measure the gram. The way Chinese we call it Chen, 3 gram 1 Chen. So measure, then put here. Okay, make some seeds. This one use the seeds. Take this one. Usually one formula we have about 12 different herbs. Make one formula.
So you're addressing every issue of the problem and keeping the person's constitution in mind.
Even some seeds very tiny, we wrap. Okay,
wrap them up. So this would be in with your formula, and when you come home, you just rip it open and put it all in the same place.
Yeah, some flour, they stimulate the throat. We wrap too.
Itchy. So they're wrapped up so that you don't
prevent the stimulate the throat. So we make the formula almost depends the patient's dosage. Usually, each herb we use about 10 gram, then 12, between 12 to 15 herbs. So put together, then cook, boil. So
and I would imagine the heavier herbs would be less grams? Or
cook more longer.
Yeah.
So heavy like a material different.
And that probably means that if I came in to someone like Dr. Shen and I needed 6 grams of something 1 week, maybe the next week if I had that same herb, I might need a different amount of grams.
It's true.
So you totally just look at the whole person. And the old mortal and pestle.
We smash to be smaller because this part is bigger. We just put it here, smash it.
Oh, wow.
It's easy to absorb.
So it's kind of like therapy when you're at work. If you're like a little angry about something, you can take it out on a shelf.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this. Are there side effects with herbs?
I see generally the herbal like a natural plant from the ocean, from the earth, everything is natural. I think the less side effect. It depends if you correctly use, if you diagnose correct. Not
so if you're diagnosed correctly.
Correctly, and not overdose age use.
And if a person finds that while on a formula, their tummy is a little upset, you would just probably add something to help with that.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, so it's very gentle. So, in Western medicine, quite often their drugs go after your liver or your kidneys, like they compromise your health, they're toxic. Is there any chance of that happening with traditional Chinese herbs?
So far, according to the research, we have a couple of herbs, like mutong something. They probably, if you overdose age and the too long-term use, probably is not good for the kidney.
But I would imagine,
generally speaking, everything.
And I would imagine if you're in the hands of someone who is a licensed acupuncturist and they know what they're doing, they wouldn't have a person on that
correct.
long.
It's
so
experience very important.
Whereas I've gone to doctors where they've said, I can give you this pill, but it's going to give you a yeast infection, or that would never happen here.
No, never happen.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we need to know just as an introduction to raw herbs?
I think the herbs that you can use for long-term, usually no problem. If you correct the diagnosis and the less side effective, even take the Western medicine, I think most time is safe. Most people, they worried about the interaction with the chemicals.
That is a very good point. So if you are on a Western medicine, all you do is tell your practitioner that you're on this and this is how long you've been on it, but chances are it is safe for the raw herbal formula that your practitioner will write for you to take while you're taking your Western drugs. And you may even find out that you could slowly let go of some of those Western drugs as your body balances itself. But this brings up another good point. So if a person has an acute situation like a sudden cough or something or sore throat, and they go to their doctor and they go, oh, that's viral, I can't do anything for that, we could come here and do something about it with Chinese herbs.
Yes, correct. So we diagnose even like a cough, you mentioned a cough, We check is it yellow frame, the white frame, the different person will give you the different formulas.
Because
not
someone,
some people just give you antibiotic everything. The same use the same herb.
Yeah, because someone may have like a cold pathogen at the bottom or a hot pathogen,
yes,
or maybe their body is hot constitutionally. So you take all of that into consideration.
Every person coming here
Excellent.
will give the different formula.
Excellent,
very unique.
And chronic too. So if you've got a chronic condition, a really long-term problem, herbs could help with that too. They're gentle and.
Yes.
It's been very interesting. Is there anything else?
Yeah, I think it's most important that we talked about this. Yes, hope the one more thing is I think herbal taste not very good. Most of the people complain. Some patients say that the taste is nasty, but works very good.
It works.
Yeah, because we have 4,000 years history.
You can't argue with 4,000 years, folks. I mean, look it's like, yes, you take your medicine, it's yucky, you just look at it like, okay, this is something I need to do for myself. It may take a little longer to prepare. It may take a little longer to actually drink it because it may not taste good, although some of them are nice, the aromatic herbs. So you just got to make sure you get the wrong ailment and so that you get the nice tasting herbs. But at any rate, you're caring about your body and you're really sending love to your body by taking this kind of time and not just taking a pill that'll take care of the symptom. You're taking care of the imbalance. Right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us
you
today
for
on
coming.
Bright Day Herbs.
Yeah, I'm appreciating
And thank you for joining us for another installment of Bright Day Herbs. Now go, anchor the light. Hua!